Okay, I did note one thing when I was testing these in the cabin, and the rudder and nose wheel steering servo, this red one hits the side of the cabin on this side, so I've had to put the quick connect in the number in the middle hole and then trim that off with just clipping it off, and I'll show you what it looks like in the cabin in just a minute. Okay, so there's the 3 servos in the cabin. This one is not going to touch because what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the rudder and nose wheel steering servo all the way that way, and then I'm going to push the center one all the way toward the rudder and nose wheel steering servo, and then this one is going to be all the way in that direction so that the servo arms don't touch. So I'm going to push them in that direction, drill my pilot holes, and then go ahead and screw them in. I know this because that's what I did on the previous one. I looked at it carefully. I should have looked before I put these in, but that's how it works. Exact same servos, and the arms won't bind. You'll see in a few minutes. Be back in just a few. Okay, here's a tip on how I do things. I took a wooden shim, little pointy shim here, standard wooden door shim, window shim, and I broke it so that I could put a piece of shim on this side to force that servo all the way over. Okay, and then I'm going to drill my pilot holes and screw it in, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this middle servo. So I guess I could get another piece of shim and do the same, but I got one that's good enough. So I'm going to put the shim in, drill the pilot holes, put it in, and then work my way along. And then so the small piece of shim will hold it right where I want while I'm drilling my pilot holes. Okay, I drilled my pilot holes with my 1mm drill bit on my pin vise, and then I took my tweezers and held the screw in and used my powered screwdriver. And so the result is basically you can still see that the that this one is screwed in. I did take 2 shims to shim this one, and so this is screwed in. But remember, it's not screwed down tight, not screwed in all the way, because we got to take everything out, put CA glue in the holes, and make sure that the CA doesn't gloss over the hole, and then let the CA dry, then put them all back in for real. So I'm just going to work my way across, get all the holes, I call them threaded, then you put the CA on. So I'll be back in a minute when that's all done. Okay, as I pull out each servo, I'm going to put white masking tape on the end, and in this case this is the throttle servo. I'm going to actually, I'll go ahead and do it. I'll cut this off nice and close, and with a fine Sharpie marker I'm going to mark throttle on this, and then I can identify which one's which.